So welcome everyone. This is another interview from ICC, and today we have the pleasure and the honor to share these minutes of learning and sharing with Alisa Miniotaite. She is from Lithuania, and I'm really happy that we can connect with her today. So welcome, Alisa, to this interview, and thanks.
Welcome, Alejandro, and welcome everyone. Nice to be here.
Yes, and just to tell my experience with Alisa in quick words, I met her in 2015 in London in a trainer's training, and really it was amazing to meet her there. She was a recent mother with 2 weeks of having a baby, and she was there. So that was about really a complete sample of what coaching means in terms of I go for what I want, I put all the resources there, and what's the commitment with the goal. So it was a time to discover an amazing, strong woman there in London.
Well, thank you, Alejandro.
So, Alisa, just for these new friends we are having in the other side of the screen, how would you like to introduce yourself? What would you like to tell us about yourself so people can know you a little bit more?
Yes, so I am a business owner. I have a consultancy company in Lithuania. We also work in neighboring countries like Latvia, Estonia, even Sweden. Mostly myself, I work as a trainer not only in coaching area as well as but also in management and leadership. Our company works in HR projects. We introduce different kind of HR solutions in organization, also work on recruitment projects. Mostly our income comes from trainings and recruitment projects, and some come from research and HR solutions. So myself, I mostly work on training programs. I also have a radio show in Lithuania, write commentaries for weekly commentaries on news portal in Lithuania. Also, I'm a mother to 5 children, so that's shortly about myself.
Well, that's a lot. That's a lot of things. So, Alisa, how was your experience with coaching? How did you started to get in contact with coaching, and what can you tell us from
Yeah, that's a very relevant question. In 2014, I defended dissertation on leadership. And by that time, I was also lecturing at the university. I wrote part of my dissertation. I wrote it in Norway. I also had some like study visits in United States. And when I defended the dissertation, I thought, what's next? And I heard people talking about coaching, and I even taught coaching myself with really little knowledge about it. But I decided that probably like an experienced trainer or lecturer has to have knowledge on coaching. So I just found, and I knew I do not want to study in Lithuania because I thought it's always useful to take some knowledge abroad and bring something new to your country. So just I Googled, and Google put me to international coaching community. There I saw a calendar. There I found a training in English, which was delivered by trainer from Denmark, Ludmila, and so there I was. And I am the person, the one that makes a solution, makes a decision, and then implements it. So before I really attended numerous trainings, different kinds of trainings, management, leadership, negotiation, selling, project management. But this training was very special. And now I sometimes say to my colleagues that there were 2 lives. Before coaching.
Before and after.
Yes, and after coaching training. So I enjoyed that training 100%. And now I know why I enjoy it, because it was all about me. And that's, I think, is the secret of coaching success. It's all about you.
Yes.
There are only questions and you find answers, but you find answers just about yourself.
Yeah.
And I came back to Lithuania very much empowered, and before I was probably empowered too, but just after coaching training, I started implementing what I want more bravely, more with more courage, and with much more pleasure, because what really coaching does, it takes away the unnecessary things like doubts, negative thinking. So just so now I'm a happy person.
That's great, and in a way, I understand what you say in terms of coaching contributing to improve quality of life for people, as happened to you, as you just told us. But then we, as coaches, seems to be working for improve the quality of life of people in business, in organizations, individuals. So you mentioned that you work in different areas like leadership, management, development. How do you see the connection between coaching and these areas? How the management nowadays, in your perspective, are receiving coaching or taking?
Probably, at least in Lithuania, but I hear that in also neighboring countries, coaching not always has a good reputation, and there are some doubts. And of course, there are different kind of coaching consultations, different quality, and as well as like probably psychological consultation or management training might be very different kind of quality. But speaking about ICC coaching, what I really like about it, it really works. I remember that when I started introducing ICC in Lithuania, when I became a trainer at the end of 2015, and I started work before as a coach and then as a trainer, I saw the difference that ICC coaching creates during even the first session. And there were like, we were speaking about that on social networks, media, and there were doubts like, well, that's again, some messias comes and says, well, your life will improve. But in fact, what I like about ICC coaching, it's very realistic, it's very specific. And it's very really methodologically specified, and thus it creates the difference during even the first session.
Yes.
So speaking, what I like about ICC coaching is that it's really specific and realistic. There's nothing that cannot. It's like. For example, the strength of ICC that it has one program in worldwide.
Yes.
It means that around 40 ICC trainers work with this program.
Yes.
And we can optimize it, we can develop it, we can. So it's like really a very good product, and it's developed through years of experiences. And you can really feel when you work with it. So the questions that we ask, well, everyone probably knows that major coaching tool is a question. Questions are really specific.
Yes.
They are prepared, they are developed, and the whole methodology is very, I still cannot find that right word in English, but let's say optimal and effective.
Yes, that's if we take the term from NLP, it's elegant in terms of the nice usage of resources.
Elegant too.
So yes, I agree with you. And from taking that, when you see people learning coaching through the ICC courses, what kind of changes you see in people's life now from your side as a trainer? Because I imagine there are several.
I guess I see the most important change in people's life. It's their dreams come true. It may sound really like too sweet, too good, like to be true, but it is true. And I have many cases. For example, when I was just studying coaching, I had a client who wanted to become famous singer. That looked really unrealistic. But now he is a famous singer. He's not from Lithuania, but he really became a star, star singer. Then now, for example, we apply coaching in a very specific service. We have some kind of product in my company. It is called Stepping into Labor Market. Yes. This service was created for people who want to change their job, who want to find their place in labor market. And in this service, coaching session is only one third of that service, because we help to write a good CV, to understand your competences, your strengths and weaknesses, and at the end we have a coaching session. Yeah. During this stepping into labor market product service, when I work with people, I always, usually people know what they want, but they are afraid to want and to achieve it. And when we start, and I always ask, like, imagine now we speak in terms everything is possible. Yes. And people start speaking what they want. And only at the end we have only one coaching session. And I have many cases when people started doing what they really wanted for years. And it's only one coaching session. Yeah. When you just allow people to wish. And so even, for example, from coaching training, where we have 8 coaching training days, I see people who become free, who become friends with their dreams. I think that's the major difference. And so when we speak about management and leadership, when you start achieving what you are supposed to, what your life project is, I think that's the biggest and greatest change.
Yes, and as you said on the beginning, seems that coaching is about you or yourself. So that's a good sample of how it works, really. And you mentioned something about dreams and dreams coming true. So what you think is the leverage point in coaching that makes that possible? What helps people to turn the dreams into tangible realities?
So at least in Lithuania, people are afraid to wish.
Afraid to wish?
Yes, because we were educated from childhood that there is things that we have to do, that we must do. And so children were not allowed to think about what they want. So that's probably some problem of our society, at least in Lithuania, or maybe Eastern Europe, because we were occupied 20 years ago, still a bit more than 20 years ago, we still were an occupied country. So first, allowing people to think about what they want is very, very important. Then understanding that they were not born, they were born with wishes. Yes. Like I ask, for example, so when you were born, like this very beautiful pink child smiling, full of energy, where they're written on your head the words. So this child is supposed only to think what he has to do instead of what he wants. Everyone understands that no one was born with this.
Yeah.
And understanding the logical reason that, of course, I am allowed to wish, to think about what I want, helps people to go in this direction. And whenever we come to our wishes, probably we come back to ourselves. We come back to our values. We come back. We just get in contact with ourselves. And this feeling is so sweet. I think one of the sweetest feelings in our lives, and very empowering and energizing. I think this small step creates huge difference. And already energy and speed is there. Then only a couple of questions are necessary, and then person just goes in this direction. Yes.
Yeah, the magic happens.
Yes, something like that.
So, and it's interesting what you say, because it seems that with this kind of work, you also are contributing to create a new culture where dreaming is possible. So, seems that in a way coaching helps to create new cultures.
Yes, dreaming is important. Next step is doing.
Yes.
And sometimes I give an example like from wedding. For example, when two people are in love, of course, later they meet different kind of challenges. But this love is a huge source of positive energy which allows to overcome these challenges.
Yes.
The same is about dreams.
Yeah.
Knowing your dream, wishing it 100% to come true, it's huge energy. Yes,
Yeah.
Obstacles and challenges will come, but with this energy, you can overcome anything. But if you do not have this energy, so you will stop probably at the first obstacle.
Yes.
So, of course, implementing is also important. But anyway, dreaming is very empowering energy, which allows to overcome obstacles and challenges.
That's great also. Yes, and coaching is about action, so it's really it's about learning, and that's great. What it's a good summary what you said now. So if we talk with someone who is new to coaching, who didn't had experience, what can we suggest this person to, how a person can relate to coaching, what people can do with coaching, what are the options?
So there are different kinds of consulting, types of consultation, people make consultation. So coaching is about process consultation where coach and the client are on equal position. It's totally partnership. And first, I guess everyone has to try coaching if he likes that partnership. In this partnership, you take responsibility for yourself. Not everyone likes that. But I think it's a very nice thing to be responsible for yourself, because here you can choose to be happy or not to be. So it's that easy. So if you know that you want to be responsible for yourself, that you want to achieve your goals, and you have tried coaching, how it works, so then you can come to coaching training and just find so many answers about yourself that will make your life much happier, more productive, and just you will achieve your dreams. So if you want to achieve your dreams, coaching is probably one of the best method or tools to do that.
To do that. That's great. And what, adding to that, I understand one way is to work with a coach to help themselves doing that, and the other is to become a coach.
Yes.
What's the difference there? What can you tell us about becoming a coach? Because you are also a trainer, so you have the other side of the story when you train people to help others to do this.
Yes. I think the goals of the coach or the trainer are the same. Is to help, well, the definition of coaching is to help people to achieve what he wants or to go where he wants. But speaking in a broader terms, both the coach and the trainer, their target should be to help a person to become self-coach, that you are becoming coach to yourself. And I think it's the major benefit of coaching. Means you become capable of solving any life issues.
Yes.
And helping just yourself to go and achieve your dreams. So you can do this either in coaching sessions or coaching training. Of course, the difference is that in coaching training, you will get coaching certificates. So you will put more efforts, probably, and then you will be allowed to coach others. During coaching, what gives coaching training? It's the difference is that in coaching session, you work individually with coach.
Yes.
You receive lots of individual attention. And there's like a dyadic partnership, coach and trainer, and it does not change. It's the same one coach. In coaching training, you work in a team. It means that you meet different kind of people. And at least in my training, people always say something like, now I understand how different people are. At the beginning, at the end, it's like, I understand we are all the same. We share same values. But anyway, of course, we share same values. We all want to feel happy and experience joy. It's like basic value of most people. But we are really different. We move at different pace. We have different kinds of beliefs, both positive and negative. And so you learn to work to know different kind of people. And also in coaching training, you will for sure practice your coaching skills and listening skills and asking questions. You will not practice that in coaching sessions, of course, because you will be just answering the questions your coach will ask. So if you want to get new competences like asking questions, listening, better understanding people, also coaching methodology, then coaching training is a better choice. But if you just want to improve your life, to achieve your goals with pleasure, coaching session and just work with a coach might be enough. So it's up to everyone.
Well, we have many options then. That's great. So Alisa, I'm arriving now to our final question for this interview. How would you like to see coaching in the next 5 years? What would you like to see from coaching in next years? What's your dream?
Yes. It's not my dream, it's my goal, is really to contribute to coaching practice of very high quality. I want coaches to be really very professional, putting high requirements for themselves. It's important because we're dealing with the other people's lives. Also, I always want coaching to be very practical, very specific.
Yes.
So that with very well developed methodology, so that we can really create a difference in organizations, in individual people lives. And I am sure it's achievable. It's just we all have to work in this direction, and I'm happy that the international coaching community really works in that direction. And for example, we have this interview. We communicate between ourselves as a trainers. We develop the program. For example, now we really know why coaching works from neuroscience.
Yes.
Because creating experience in coaching session or coaching training, we create a synapses in people's heads, this new road of new habits. So coaching becomes really scientific-based method, and I think it's important.
Yeah.
And I'm sure more research will come that will explain why coaching works, why it creates differences in people's lives. So that's how I see coaching future.
Well, I share this vision and I join that goal. So that's really great. So Alisa, I want to thank you for all these minutes we shared together, talking about coaching, about dreams, about people, about ourselves. And I think this is a good and great step to let the people know what coaching is, what it can do for them. So is there anything else you would like to share with our friends looking this interview?
I think I've said the most important things. I really wish everyone to try coaching, take best of it, and create changes, the one you want in your life.
Well, I add to that. So thanks again, and wish you the best in Lithuania with the coaching and all your projects. And looking forward to meet you soon in person, probably next Congress.
Thank you. See you soon.
Have a good day.
Bye.